Hey movie fans, welcome to MovieRounders.com, the first 360 movie review site that is out there. I am Matt Milner, along with Tony Boutwell, Daniel Etheridge. We're about to review Joker. I'm sure all of you have seen it. If not, then you should probably pause this video and go watch Joker before you watch this.
Yeah.
We're not going to get too spoiler heavy here, but we will talk about some of our favorite scenes. So, with that said, we're going to kick it over to Tony. Tony, give us your first thoughts and a little in-depth reaction to Joker.
This is not the kind of movie I would normally go to, but doing the movie review thing that we're doing now, it's exposing me to some different things. The trailer, to me, felt like it was going to be a little psychedelic, a little crazy, going down the crazy train kind of thing. But boy, am I glad I went to see this. I mean, it was a great origin story. I didn't think anybody could beat Heath Ledger on his Batman that he did, but I was incorrect. This guy does crazy like nobody else, Joaquin. It's almost to the point where when you watch someone play crazy, they're acting. Joaquin is disturbed. I mean, when you watch him, he is disturbing. This guy, he does not look like he's acting. He does not look like he's playing. He comes off literally disturbing. And that's great. I mean, a lot of people were worried about the reactions to the movie and would it generate violence, and it was promoting some of those kinds of things. But I didn't think the movie, compared to any other movie, was that more violent at all. I think, like 6 people total get killed in the whole movie or something like that. So it's not very violent when you think about it. Now, some of the violence was up close and personal. It was some pretty kind of intense for that, but it wasn't a ton of it. But the way he plays going down this rabbit trail of craziness, and the more and more it gets, it's pretty amazing. There's a scene in the elevator where he's donned the full Joker outfit. He's getting ready to go do something, and he looks at the camera, and it literally is menacing. It is. I remember sitting back in my chair going, all right, that's the Joker, and was really impressed.
Daniel, what were your thoughts?
Oh man, well I have so much to say, I don't want to just give it all in one go, but I really love this movie so much. I tell you, I mean, I went and saw it twice. I went and saw it again last night just because I was so impressed with it. And to me, seeing it the second time sort of cemented everything and fermented everything for me, but I really enjoyed it, and I think it was just amazing. Like the acting, the characterization, the pace of it, the story, and the unfolding of everything. And there's a lot of things that are hidden that I didn't even see till the second time. So I have lots of thoughts on that. But yeah, I was really impressed. Joaquin Phoenix, I've heard that he's, I've heard several people say he's like the best actor of our generation. And I kind of have to go with that. I mean, I don't know if he's like the best actor, but I would say he's like one of the top ones of our generation, or this time period. And I think that he was just brilliant, and you couldn't look away. I mean, that's how good it was. And like you say, very disturbing and frightening, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, I kind of think he had sort of like a metamorphosis in the movie, and I think there are different stages that he went through in the evolution of his character in the movie, and I would love to talk more about that with you guys. And then the way that it unfolded, the characters that were surrounding him, the people, the way they reacted, and I just loved it. I mean, I was so impressed. I mean, I want to see it again. I will probably end up going and seeing it again. So.
Yeah, like Tony said, when I first saw the trailer for Joker, it didn't hit me as much as it hit everybody else. Heath Ledger's Joker performance is up there as one of my favorite Joker performances ever. The thing that I love most about the Joker itself, though, is you didn't know what made him crazy. You didn't know what drove him to that edge. He just pops in the scenes, and he's just this crazy clown that just comes and just terrorizes Gotham. So when I saw that they were going to do more of an origin story, and then I saw the trailer and I saw kids were beating him up, and it started giving him a reason to go down that path, it was like, I don't really need a reason for him. I just need him to be menacing. But watching the slow descent of Arthur Fleck, just, not a real liked guy, had a pretty crappy job, had a little bit of a disorder with his laughing disorder, and just watching him go from that likable type guy to just full-on killer by the end. It was actually a fun ride going all the way down. He it just starts off with nice slow burn, like that origin story that you get from most people, and by the end you're just like, yeah, that's one of the greatest movies that I've seen of this decade. Definitely one of the better ones of this year.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it, and there were some great scenes in it. Daniel, why don't you tell us one of your favorite scenes from the film?
Okay, well, I want to say that, like, I mean, I don't know how far y'all want me to go into this, but, like, probably my favorite scene in the film when he was on the steps. And to me, that had a lot of subconscious or, like, subliminal type reasoning behind it. Occasionally, he would be going up the steps, and he was very sad. But if you notice, we're talking about a descent here. As he was going down the steps, it was a descent into chaos. It was a descent into who he became. So, I mean, that's very telling that you would say a descent into chaos, because he was happy when he was going down the stairs. He was very sad when he was going up the stairs. He was fighting against life that was pushing him into what he was to become. So, yeah, totally.
Tony?
I think for me, I said it earlier, there's a point in the movie where he dons the full Joker outfit. He's in an elevator riding toward fate, I think is what's going to cement him as the Joker. And he just takes a look at that camera. And I can imagine when they were directing him, they said, all right, give me a look in this thing. Show me, find that inner Joker. And I'm sure they probably did that take a bunch of different times trying to find that look. But the take they got, when he looks at that camera, he does a little something with his eye.
Yeah.
And he goes from being mild-mannered Fleck to being full-on Joker. And it's like, I literally sat up in the chair when I saw it and it gave me chill bumps, because I was like, this dude is scary.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, throughout the whole movie, there's, if you look back at the past Joker, where, you know, Heath is pretty much 99.9% of the movie, he's in his makeup. I think there's one scene where you see him without it, because he's a good-looking guy, and they really had to do a lot of work to make him feel menacing. Joaquin, I think, is more menacing without the makeup on than he is with, because he has an intensity and a look.
Those deep set eyes.
That really just. And my phone just beeped. There you go. Check one off on that one. So I mean, to me it made the movie, those scenes where he did not have to be garbed up. He didn't have to have all the makeup, but he still came off with this menacingness. Now, I don't know if I'd say it's the best movie in a long time. I don't know if it's the best. It's going to be the best movie of the year. It is by far the best performance of the Joker. And I know we kind of debate on that, on whether Heath nailed it or not. But I'm telling you, this guy, like, I could see in real life, if Heath was still alive, walking up to him and shaking his hand, going, "Man, you knocked the Joker out of the park." Yeah. I would be afraid to walk up to Joaquin and say that, because he is just that menacing and that disturbed when you look at him. You don't know who you're talking to at any moment with him, because he's so different and interesting and crazy. And so, you know, he didn't have to go far, I think, to play this, because he just comes off with that kind of silent, you know, I'm going to shoot that phone, silent but amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, we talk a lot about Heath Ledger, but let's not discount, you know, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill, Cesar Romero. All great Jokers, all brought different signs, different things to the Joker himself. But I mean, for my favorite scene, I don't want to give away any spoilers. I want you guys to have plenty of time to see it, but I'm just... when you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of those scenes where we watched Avengers Endgame earlier this year, and, you know, you have the Avengers Assemble scene, and I'm like, man, nothing's going to top that. And then Joaquin just goes, and I'm like, that's cinematic gold right there. Yeah. So we've talked a lot about Joaquin. Let's talk about some of the side characters that made Joker better or a little bit worse for you.
Well, let me think about it.
I'm gonna have to spoil some, because if that's okay. Are we trying not to spoil? Because
let's not give away too many plot points. Let's first talk about Robert De Niro. Okay. And did you like Robert De Niro being in this film?
So the casting. There's been a lot of playback on Robert De Niro because of the movie he did. What was it way back?
That Kings of Comedy and Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver. So
took a lot of influence.
I've seen a lot of people saying that the movie leaned heavily on Taxi Driver and some of the progression that happened in that. So maybe they were giving a nod to that when they cast him in this. At first, I thought as a talk show person, I didn't think he would be good. But actually, when you see him on the set doing his shtick, he comes off as a talk show host. I mean, it feels right. I didn't feel like it felt miscast, so I liked him in it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he was phenomenal in it. He kind of, he sort of had that like Gotham kind of swagger, which is kind of like symbolic of New York in a way. People are kind of had that grittiness, and he sort of brought that because he was kind of like nudging him, when he was talking to him, and kind of egging him to sort of like, and he took the bait, So I mean, to me, he was perfect for it. I can't think of any other actor that would have done that character as good as Robert De Niro did. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I love the questions that he poses, towards the end of the film. He's kind of like, yeah, we get that you had a rough upbringing, but you still can't be this kind of guy around here. And I thought his girlfriend was really good. She played very well on screen for me. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go ahead and just show you the trailer here. You guys can go ahead and turn the camera. We will show you the trailer, and then we'll give you our final thoughts on Joker.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you. This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
And finally, in a world where everyone thinks they could do my job, check out this guy.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
It's so awful, isn't it?
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
You think this is funny? Is this a joke to you?
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker? Send in the clowns.
Alright guys, that was the trailer for Joker, and so we're just going to get some final thoughts here. Tony, give me your final thoughts on Joker, what you would rate it.
I came in thinking that I was not going to like the movie, didn't like the concept of it and how it had this dark, really dark kind of tone to it, but came away after the movie being really surprised. For me, I don't think it was one of the best movies ever, but easily one of the best Joker portrayals ever. So for me, I'm going to rate this a 9.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Alright, Daniel.
Okay. Well, to me, everything about this movie was perfect. Like, I don't think there was anything that was not covered that should have been covered. I think everything was handled the way it should have been. I noticed a couple of things like I think it's 1981 Gothic, and I know that because Blowout was on the billboard, and then Zorro, the Gay Blade, was on the screen. That came out in 1981. So this is Gotham 1981. The look of the film, the grain, the color, everything, the people, it felt perfect to me, and it was a perfect story. So I mean, I have to give it a 10. That's just, to me, it's just like one of the best movies I've ever seen. I mean.
Yeah, and I'm right there with Daniel. It's definitely one of the best movies of the year and one of the best movies of the decade for me. I would definitely I'd give it about that 9.5 out of 10. I can't go full 10 out of 10. It definitely surpassed every expectation I had for it. and I definitely believe Joaquin Phoenix deserves an Oscar for his performance in Joker.
Definitely.
And how about Todd Phillips, from the Hangover trilogy to making a movie like Joker?
And I've got to say, all of this hubbub, all of this racket about there's going to be danger and you can't go to the theater and it's going to cause all this uproar is crazy. I mean, there is 100 other movies out there that come out in the last 3 or 4 years that are a ton more violent, and this movie doesn't any. That to me was doing it a disservice. It's a great origin story for Joker. It's disturbing because Joker is disturbed, but beyond that, it's just a good movie.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say something about it too. I mean, to me, the character was so tragic. Who would want to go to the theater and watch that and say, "Yeah, I want to do that"? Because it's horrible. I mean, like, it's such a tragic story, but brilliantly done. And like, you know, I can't see anybody wanting to become the Joker in that sense, you know. But so that's hard for me to grasp as well. So.
All right, movie fans, that was our review and ratings for Joker. Have you guys seen it? Leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Those are all /Movie Rounders. And visit our website at www.movierounders.com to see all the latest movies that we watch, we review, we add our different content, things like that. And if you guys like movies, then continue watching us.
And I do want to say one other thing. This is the first of this whole line of things that we're doing with these 360 movie reviews. The technology is going to get better. We're going to get the lighting better. Right now, we're just kind of feeling our way because this is such a new thing. Their 360-degree lights don't even really exist to be able to shoot this the way we wanted to do. So we're working our way through it. If you guys have any suggestions, leave that in the comments. Let us know what you might like to see or for us to tweak on the layout. So,
all right. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
All right. Thank you.